Eric Larimore is suing his former friend Chris Strong for $5,000 for car repairs and harassment. Eric claims after he repaired Chris's car, one of Chris's two women slashed his tires. But Eric says Chris accused him of the dirty deed and left him harassing messages that threatened revenge. Chris argues that he and Eric got into a fight just before his tires were slashed, so he's 100% sure Eric's the one who did it. Chris is countersuing Eric for $1,000.
Were you guys friends before this incident?
Friends since we were teenagers.
Since teenagers,
Yes.
You were friends. And did you work together?
I was temporarily out of work, and I talked to his brother. They worked together, plumbers. And I asked him, can I work with them and make some money to take care of my family? And they said it was all right. And I was working with them. And it's a shame how so many years of friendship is going to be destroyed over this lie, Yana.
You have a claim for for servicing his car.
Servicing his car?
Want to tell me about that?
Yes, Yana. I gave him a brand new tire from out of the garage. I had a brand new tire off a car that I couldn't drive at the time because it wasn't licensed in my name.
So did he give you a tire?
Yes, ma'am, but not brand new.
Okay, well, used tire. He helped you out.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also do some other work on his car?
Yes, I fixed his valve cover gaskets, and I also fixed the radiator hose.
Are you a mechanic?
Yes, ma'am.
A car mechanic?
Yes.
Oh, you're saying he didn't help you?
No, ma'am, he didn't do all of that.
So when you agreed to help him with his car, to fix his car,
Yes.
Did you tell him he had to pay you?
He volunteered.
Did he volunteer before or after you made the repairs?
He said, since we're riding in my car and you're a mechanic and you can fix the car, I'm going to pay you for your services.
Is this after or before you fixed the car?
Before.
Okay, and you're saying you never made that promise?
No, ma'am.
Now you had a claim for him slashing your tires.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is this about your slashed tires?
The next day after the rain and we watched videos, he called me the night before because he wanted to do something to someone else's car. And so he called me that night and asked me, he said, well, are we working tomorrow? I asked him because him and my brother live on the same block. I'm like a mile and a little bit or more away. So I asked him, I said, well, go and see, are we working today? He couldn't do it. After I go a mile down there and come here, he comes now knocking at the door. Man.
And then he showed up, and what happened?
I slammed the door in his face when he came
Why?
to my brother's house because I was upset for having to ride a mile when he lived 2 or 3 doors down and he could have called an accident. Okay, after I slammed the door in his face, he left the house kind of upset.
So you actually said he never slammed the door on your face, and you in fact let him know that you were not going to work with him that day.
You're right, Yana.
Okay, and you're saying that's not what happened.
That's not true at all.
You're saying you slammed the door in his face,
Yes,
and he
ma'am.
went away mad.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened to your tires? Okay?
We leave in the truck. After he called me and told me that he wouldn't be able to work with us that day because he had to go downtown, I felt kind of funny. I said, well, Double, come, let's go back. We go back and my tires were slashed. I get out the car, my tires are slashed. I go straight to his house.
Okay, so you're saying he went and slashed your tires because he was upset with you when you slammed the door in his face. Did you slash his tires?
No, Your Honor, I wouldn't have never slashed a tire. We needed his car to do the work.
So you wouldn't have slashed it?
No, I gave him a tire. He promised to pay me for the services and the parts that I gave him. I have a tape of him calling me and harassing me, telling me he's gonna kick my so-called you-know-what because of this.
Did you call him and harass him?
No, ma'am, play it.
Play it.
Hey man, I don't know what the my tires for, but I know that nobody else touched my tires. That's you. I'm you up. I want you to know it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that now? That tape caused you to cry?
It hurt me so bad, Your Honor. It hurt me to the core, Your Honor. The man is just lied to your face.
You have a claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress. So as far as your intentional infliction of emotional distress claim goes, I am not going to award you that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? The car services, you have a claim. You were getting a ride from him, weren't you, to go to work? Yeah.
And
You know what? I don't think he promised to pay you. Okay? I think you were doing the work because he was giving you a ride to work. And I'm not going to award you that either.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, sir,
Yes,
Mr. Strong,
Yes, ma'am.
you have a claim that he slashed your tires.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you know what? All you have provided me with is speculation and conjecture. As a result, case dismissed.